His line lay secure in the lives of his son and grandson. All would pay.
Yeah, it does seem better though.
Even the great elven king, Thranduil. Ah, Frodo, Erebor.
My liege, our king asks you to go and oversee today's mining operation.
Built deep within the mountain itself, the beauty of this fortress city is legend.
There you go. So yeah, so if anyone who used to watch my streams probably about a year ago, I did a playthrough of Lego Lord of the Rings to 100%. So I've been dying to do this game ever since. The only thing that's put me off is the fact that it only has 2/3 of the Hobbit story in it. Obviously, if anyone who has played this game will know, the Battle of the Five Armies isn't in this game, and it never will be. I've already said that they have no plans to ever actually do it, which make no sense to me whatsoever. Right, and triggers to break everything.
Wealth lay in the earth, in precious gems hewn from rock, and in great seams of gold, running like rivers through stone.
Excuse me, people, I need this stuff. I need to break, I need studs. Give me all the studs. Oh, thanks, Dream Elements. You finally caught up again. Yeah, so like I say, going for 100%, so it could take a very long time because I know I have done this 100% before, but not on PC. I've only done it on Xbox. I've played a bit of this on PC when I first got the game, which was like 4 years ago. So, some achievements for some of the missions I already have, some of the levels. But I didn't actually beat the game, so we'll be getting some new achievements, plus hopefully all of them. Hopefully we'll get all of them. That's a big part of the game as well. You need to collect resources as well. Oh yeah, there's also a little mini game as well. Whenever you have to build something.
The skill of the dwarves was unequaled, fashioning objects of great beauty out of diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire.
You need a lot of resources in this game as well to do everything. So, whenever we can pick stuff up, we need to. Come on, Bofa. I actually spent like the last 2 days I've watched through all 3 Hobbit films because I really haven't watched them for that long, and I'm currently watching Lord of the Rings Fellowship Extended. I'm actually gonna probably watch that tonight after the stream. And more than likely tomorrow when I'm working, stick it on in the background. How is everyone? I say because of the frame issues earlier, I never asked how is everyone's day been. Hope it has been okay. Vicky! Yo, Vicky, how are you doing? Thank you for the raid. I do really appreciate it. How is everyone from Vicky's stream? Hope you're all doing well. What do I need? I need wooden planks. I need some of the time. I need some of those, please. How was your stream, Vicky? Hope it went okay. I still have to remind myself that you are you've changed your name. Good, thanks. How's the hobby going? It's going well. We haven't long started. I had to fix some issues with the quality, as it was lagging a lot. But we're doing well now. We're getting there. What were you playing today, Vicky? What was the stream? How did it go? Okay. Horizon Zero Dawn, very nice.
Ever they delve deeper down into the dark. And that is where they found it. The Arkenstone, the heart of the mountain.
Tried the Hobbit demo. I liked it, but hate having to control so many characters.
Love of gold
That is an issue, yeah.
fierce. A sickness had begun to grow within him, and where sickness thrives, bad things will follow.
There are a lot of people in the company, and they all have different abilities, which is always hard to keep track of.
Was a noise like a hurricane.
Bollet! Sound the alarm.
What is it?
A dragon. Dragon!
He was a fire drake from the north. This city of men was nothing. For dragons covered gold with a dark and fierce desire. Smaug had come.
We will always save, because this game does have a tendency of crashing, I think. Give me the materials. I need all the materials. Also, let me know if the game does get too loud as well, guys. I can quickly turn it down. If needs be.
Such wanton death was dealt that day.
Yes, it was, but we're not it's over that. We want materials to give me everything. And open the door for me, please. Oh yeah, now we're in the Chamber of Gold. which is a great place to get resources. Because everything you can break in this room basically gives you gold. And need to get as many mini kits as I can at the start. Because obviously, like I said, we're going for 100%, so we need to get all the mini kits, all the characters. We have to get absolutely everything, which could take us a while. To be fair, I think Lord of the Rings took me like 24 hours total. I think this game has more stuff. Even if the last part is missing because of whatever reason, Warner Brothers didn't want to make it. He still look like Hagrid. He does look like Hagrid, doesn't he? Yeah. Is this? Who is this? Is this? Yeah, it's Dory. Yeah. He does have a slight resemblance to Hagrid. I have to agree. The Arkenstone is gone. I think there's a mini kit down here somewhere. From what I remember, I think it's in the middle. Yep, there it is.
Erebor was lost.
Hold me alive! Help us!
Thranduil would not risk the lives of his kin against the wrath of the dragon. No help came from the elves that day, nor any day since. The young dwarf prince never forgave, and he never forgot.
He holds a grudge. Oh, we were so close to 100% that. Oh well, those are really easy once you get the multipliers. Because all you have to do is just literally put the multipliers on, pop into a level, break one thing, and there you go, you've got the mastery.
That, my dear Frodo, is where I come in a hole in the ground. There lived a hobbit.
Oh, we get to play as Frodo and Sam in The Hobbit. Yeah, so there's also in this game, if people haven't played before, there are blueprints hidden around the map, in the levels, and also in the free roam area. So this is actually like a proper like free roaming game as well, which is quite cool. On the map, you'll see these little things. They are blueprints to make various items, some of which will help you get other items, some of which are just kind of funny. Some of them, well, most of them you need a certain type of character, like a wizard or an evil character. Like you can get like a fire version of Sauron in this game, like the Necromancer style. And there are also like challenges as well. So if you go into one of these houses, you have to do a certain thing. So I think like this one, for example, I think is to give a certain amount of carrots for a trade. Or it could just be a place where you can get carrots. That could also be what it is. Because some of them are just empty, I think. So we'll be doing a lot of this. Yeah, and also as you can see on the map as well, there are also silver bricks as well, as in every Lego game. But we'll do a bit of exploring around the Shire, so we know what we need. Like I say, a lot of them you do need, like, the dwarves or hobbits, or... you can get Gollum as well in this game, which is quite cool. And also, if you get stuck, you can do this. You can have these as well. Yep, this is Sam's specialty. Also, you want to get as many of the mithril bricks as possible. That's what they call it, mithril bricks, not in this game, not silver. Is because when you come to make the blueprints, you need a certain amount of them to be able to build stuff. So you want to get as many as you can. Oh yeah, I need one of the dwarves for that. We'll get this the way back. Let's do this puzzle quickly.
Plums are looking especially lovely today.
Wait, what? Do I try to turn that one again?
Plums are looking especially lovely today.
Dude, stop saying that. That sounds creepy. They love their carrots. Oh yes, hobbits love their food. And like you say, carrots, they keep carrots everywhere, even in dirty old mines, apparently. Also bread.
Who's ready for some pumpkin pie?
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit you. So we're at the minute. We're currently 2.1%. We're a 50th of the way there, guys. Are we in, is this Farmer Maggot's field? Yeah. Oh, and also this game does have like a day and night version of the maps as well, so certain tasks are only available at night. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot to do in this game, and I'm very excited to do it. I'm happy. I'm just happy to take a break from speedrunning, like, well, purely speedrunning for a while. Like, I'm still gonna do speedruns, obviously. I have one planned for tomorrow. I'm gonna do another attempt at the Lord of the Rings: Return of the King world record for New Game Plus. But like I say, I'm taking a break from just doing speedruns for a while, and in fact, it might become a permanent thing because speedrunning can really like burn you out quite easily, particularly if you end up in a really like bad bit of form. So sometimes just having a casual game just to chill out with is ideal, and one reason why I'm doing this. Also because I really love this game. Right. When I got it for Xbox, this is the game that I played like most days. Hey Polish, good to see you. It's been a while. How are you doing? Don't blame you. You can never be a speedrunner. To be honest, before I started doing it, Vicky, I didn't think I could do it either.
You know, I'm not sure
But when I started doing it, it was actually really, really fun, and like it's not actually as like high intense pressure as I thought it was gonna be when I started it. I thought I'd be like stressing out over things. I was like, I don't really get that stressed with it because I'm not taking it as seriously as some people do, which is, you know, people that want to be competitive, get world records, things like that. Then yeah, fair. But obviously, I like chilling with it. I like cool little strats. It's quite fun. Yeah, I think you need wizards for this. Yeah, we need a wizard for that. Good. Finally back home until Sunday for some rest. Military course going well. Good to hear, Polish. Very good to hear. Home until Sunday for some rest. I say some well-deserved rest, it sounds like, as well. Only game I ran was Resident Evil 2, and was only because I had played it a few times, and it was when I was trying to reach affiliate. Ah, right, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, the road to affiliate is can be long and hard, shall we say?
Good day.
Good day to you. To be fair, since you mentioned Resident Evil, like, that's a game series I've never played. I've never played any of the Resident Evil games. I probably will at some point, though. I'm thinking about doing it over Halloween. Like, I want to do like a Halloween week, obviously in October, where I just play a bunch of horror games.
Who's ready for some pumpkin pie?
Oh, I'd love some pumpkin pie, please. Can I have some pumpkin pie? Let's see what's in here, shall we? Can we go in here? Oh, is it? Oh wait, is it the other side? No. Maybe that's a nighttime one. Some of them you can only go into at night, I think. Or you need to actually do something to open the door. Ah, chicken. Give me chicken. There are so many like resources. I love Resident Evil now. Never played them as a kid. It's not really a game series you want to play as a kid, is it? Really?
What's all this I hear about a dragon? Is that some kind of foreign delicacy?
Did they really just think that that dragon is a type of food? The tale of Smaug spread across the whole of Middle-earth. Also, like, when you play a Lego game, you start to realize how like chill they really are. In fact, you can spend like an hour just breaking stuff in the Shire. And at the start of this game, you really want to be doing that because you just want to have a load of resources available to you, ready for points in the game. Oh, Sam's drowning. A lot of people played Resident Evil when they were young, but I was into horror back then. Even Harry Potter games freaked me out then. Hey, to be fair, when I was a kid, I gotta admit, the Harry Potter games used to freak me out as well. Like, the first one I ever got was Chamber of the Secrets on PS2, and the guy in the magical menagerie used to scare the hell out of me. Like, I used to hate that part because of the music. Every time I hear the music, like when they see you, it used to terrify me. God. Yeah, it was just freaky. Like, I would jump every time I heard it. Oh, and the prefix, yeah. Look at Morta Mortis. It's like, fuck off. Also for the bad camera. Hey, in fairness, the PS2 camera in the library is better than the Xbox and GameCube. That's the one advantage it has, is because at least with the PS2, it's from bottom up, so you can see things. Whereas Xbox and GameCube, you can't see a thing. It's left to right and it's blind, so you have no idea where the prefixes are until they've caught you. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. Let me back in the port. Oh god, I thought the door would close back. Is Bilbo... Oh wait, is Bilbo up here? Is he here or is he... I think he's further up. He's up like... What's up, Elf? How you doing? I need an elf for this, don't I? Damn it.
A safe journey to you. How do I get over there?
No. That's the problem. If you fail one of these, you get put right back to the start.
A safe journey.
He can't swim. Yeah, you can't swim. Ugh. It's like, okay. I also like how Frodo is surprised and screams Sam when that happens. Like, I'd just be like, look, I told you couldn't swim. Like, come on. Oh, purple stud. Thought you were hiding from me there. Okay, I think we need to go and do some of the story, I think. It's bad. It's really bad though. It's kind of like he's there just thinking, I can't swim. I'll try and swim out to you on a deep lake. That's fine. I mean, I'll give him his due. He does. Like, Sam does become the hero of the story. I'm sorry, Frodo is not the hero of Lord of the Rings. It's all about. It's just purely Sam. Without Sam, that ring does not get destroyed. Yeah. Sam is the only person who was strong enough to withstand the ring's power. I mean, he does go on to go to the Undying Lands, like, eventually. After he's obviously spent his life with Rosie, had his kids, been the mayor of the Shire. He goes and spends the rest of his days with Frodo in the Undying Lands. Oh, it's so easy to get distracted in a Lego game. You're just there thinking, okay, I'm going to my objective. Oh, wait, things to break. Wait, what is in here, or is this one of those empty ones? Nope, it's empty. Cool.
Who's ready for some pumpkin pie?
The Hobbit is a curious creature, brave and resilient, yet undeniably a creature of comfort. It is here that we begin our tale of Bilbo Baggins of Bag End.
You know, some people are beginning to wonder about you, Uncle. They think you're becoming odd.
Odd? Oh. I'm not the same hobbit I once was.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm Gandalf.
Gandalf, not Gandalf, the wandering wizard who made such excellent fireworks. No idea you were still in business.
I'm looking for someone to share in an adventure.
What? No. Wait. We do not want any adventures here. Good morning.
Also, best way to eat, 2 knives.
Dwalin. At your service.
Bilbo, Baggins, at yours. Do we know each other?
No.
Which way, laddie? Is it down here?
Is what down where?
Stopper!
Oh yeah, that's what we need to do. I forgot about that. It's all coming back.
I would have followed you, my brother.
Oh, Inverse Desire. Thank you for that follow there. I do appreciate it. How are you doing?
Balin, at your service. Oh! Evening, brother.
You doing good? Good to hear. Good to hear.
The thing is, I don't know either of you. Not in the slightest.
Oh, I think I need one of the other dwarves for that. Break everything! We live to see times where Lego Hobbit is the best game in Dumbledore's army to watch. Fair. I appreciate that. But this game is really fun. It's so much fun to play.
We'll never get everyone in.
Everyone? How many more are there?
Alright, what do we need? We need wooden planks, we need those, we need those, we need those. That. That. Nice.
Feely.
And Keely.
At your service. Careful with these. We just had them sharpened.
Where do you want this? Mr. Dwellin. Any more? He said there'd be food, and lots of it.
He said. Who said?
No, okay, yep. And knock it down. Minikit, nice. Ah, bit of cheese. Damn it.
I don't know. I think it's supposed to be cheese.
It's riddled with mold.
Riddled with mold.
My dear Bilbo, what on earth is the matter?
What's the matter? I'm surrounded by dwarves. What are they doing here?
Oh, they're quite a merry gathering. Once you get used to them. Keely. Oin, loin, Larlin. Biffa, Dory, Nori.
Not my prize, thank you.
Ori!
What's the fucking giraffe?
To get used to them. The state of my kitchen.
Yes, you're quite right, Biffa. We appear to be one dwarf short.
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but what should I do with my plate?
Here you go, Ori. Give it to me.
That's my mother's trespassing daughter. It's over 100 years old.
Welcome with the lyrics. I love the lyrics of this song. That's what Bilbo Baggins hates. Master Burglar.
He is here. Gandalf.
Bilbo Baggins, allow me to introduce the leader of our company, Sorin Oakenshield.
So, this is the Hobbit. Tell me, Mr. Baggins, have you done much fighting?
Pardon me?
What do the dwarves of the Iron Hills say? Is Dean with us?
They say this quest is ours, and ours alone.
You're going on a quest?
Far to the east lies a single solitary peak.
The Lonely Mountain.
When the birds of yore return to Erebor, the reign of the beast will end.
So, what beast?
The dragon Smaug has not been seen for 60 years. Perhaps the vast wealth of our people now lies unprotected.
The front gate is sealed. There is no way into the mountain.
That, my dear Balin, is not entirely true.
If there is a key, there must be a door.
The answer lies hidden somewhere in this map. The task I have in mind will require a great deal of stealth.
That's why we need a burglar.
A good one, too. An expert, I'd imagine.
Hobbits are remarkably light on their feet. And while the dragon is accustomed to the smell of dwarf, the scent of a hobbit is all but unknown to him.
Give him the contract.
No, no.
It's just the usual summary of out-of-pocket expenses. Time required, remuneration, funeral arrangements, so forth.
Funeral arrangements?
We have Bilbo Hobbiton. We have Bilbo. We have Gandalf. And we don't have any of the... Oh wait, we probably do have some of the dwarves. Because we have played them in the first level. We only got one mini-kit, right? Yeah, okay. We have a lot of work to do on the mini-kit front.
I'm going on an adventure!
My dear fella, I never doubted you for a second.
Ah, what do you need today?
Right, we've got carrots, chairs, doilies. What else do I need for a party? Oh, tell you what, a mithril flail display would make for great entertainment with the shiny trails it leaves. Could you forge me one? I've got something that'll double your fortunes if you do.
Alright, so we need a mithril flail for him. We need the design first. That's the other thing. We need to get all the blueprints. Where's the door for this one? Is it in this side? Is it this one?
What to do? The guests at my party got a little, shall we say, boisterous, and decided my bed would make a better bouncy castle. Couple that with all the honey cakes we'd eaten, and it was smash! Bye bye bed. Say, you wouldn't by any chance be able to fix me up a new one, would you?
I can certainly try. Don't know why you need gold in your bed, but...
I'll be a goat's granny. Is that a new bed for me? Thanks very much. How about a pork pie to celebrate? No. For the sake of my new bed, my diet must start today. Have this instead.
Let us go.
Ready for some pumpkin pie?
You still got on about pumpkin pie? Bloody pumpkin pie this, pumpkin pie that. She's pumpkin pie mad, I tell you. Be fish and wood. I need fish. I need all the fish and the wood you have.
What to do? My mother-in-law is in town, and I promised her one of my award-nominated bread pies. But, wouldn't you know it, we're all out of bread. I'll get my ear chewed off if she doesn't get...
Alright, how many bread do you want?
Have you got any bread you could part with, friend?
How much do I actually have? He wants 50 bread! I have 19. Okay, I just stole some bread from your house, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it you back later. Right, so I need 50 bread for that. I don't have that at the minute, but that's one we can always come back to. Alright, what have we got over here? Okay. I've broken 3 rocks I have magic on, but nothing's happened. Alright, let's see what she wants.
Gandalf the Grey? More like Gandalf the Great. That charm, that style, that...
You're talking to him.
glorious beard, and such wonderful fireworks. Yet, no real fireworks could compare to those he ignites within my heart. Oh, he's so
Well, I think she likes Gandalf.
I would gaze upon his fabulous features forever.
Okay, this is kind of mysterious, but we'll take it in. Right, what does she want us to do? No, it's a statue of Gandalf. I forgot about this. Yep. That's not creepy at all.
This statue is perfect. So dashing, so stern, so grey. Thank you so much for this. I'm going to show him off to everyone in town.
Oh, I need a bow and arrow for that.
This map is useless. I can't find this treasure anywhere.
No.
Well, well, well. Would you look at this well? Except you can't, because there is no well. Because it wasn't maintained very well at all. If you are well enough equipped, could you perhaps build me a new well? Then I can, well, stop saying well so much for a start.
Right, what do I need? Just about enough. Wait.
What was that?
Orcs. There'll be dozens of them out there.
You think that's funny? You think a night raid by orcs is a joke?
We didn't mean anything by it. You know nothing of the world.
Don't mind him, laddie. Thorin has more cause than most to hate orcs. After the dragon took the Lonely Mountain, King Thror tried to reclaim the ancient dwarf kingdom of Moria. But our enemy had got there first. Moria had been taken by legions of orcs, led by the most vile of all their race.
Ivan, continue, please.
Azog, the Defiler. The giant Gundabad Orc had sworn to wipe out the line of Durin.
I do like his little animations. They are quite cool. Just like mini little fights against like armored enemies is just something small that you just don't think they'd think to add, but it's a very cool little feature. Probably should deal with the troll first, but I do like doing things a bit awkwardly. Hence why I'm dying so many times right now. Oh, and there goes his head.
Defeat and death were upon us.
But yeah, there's so many of them.
Wielding nothing but an oaken branch as a shield.
Come on, Aslo. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I don't think I can do the wall in this run, because I need someone who can dig. Because I need to dig up this one.
Azog had been defeated. And I thought to myself, there is one I could call king.
And the Pale Orc, what happened to him?
He died of his wounds long ago.
Gandalf knows something they don't.
Sigardur bir. Closed Cody Kimani.
Please hang up.
The company cleared their camp and continued on their journey. Stories from the night before lingering in Bilbo's mind. They embarked for the last bridge towards the valley of the Troll Shores.
Yeah, we need someone super strong to do that. Let's go into Bree. Let's see what they can do for us.
That man, always eating those
Say,
carrots.
could
Like he
you
hasn't got a
spare
care
a
in the
moment?
world.
I had a bit of an incident the other day. Someone tried to burgle the house and obviously thought it would be a good idea to come down the chimney. The scoundrel didn't manage to take anything, but he managed to destroy the fireplace. I'm not much good with my hands, so I'd be happy to pay someone to build me a new one. Say, could you spare a moment?
Right, so we need a bit more. No, I don't need that. We need bronze, rubies, and rock. Cool. I'll be back.
That son of mine's always tinkering about in the blacksmiths. I wish he'd forge me a son that wasn't so lazy.
No, where is he? My husband insisted on going to this cave near Weathertop to mine materials for forging. He's a blacksmith, you see. But he's been gone an awfully long time, and I'm starting to worry. Please, would you mind awfully having a look for him? I can't open the shop until he returns.
Oh, I need the ring. We'll go with that. To build those things, you need the ring, which you don't get until you get to the troll caves.
By my beard, will someone please trade something with me for this thing? All it does is create studs in a very pungent manner. My merchant's pride prevents me from simply throwing it away. So forge me a... oh, I don't know. A mithril giddy-up staff? That's a real thing, isn't it?
Yeah, let's just say it is, yeah, sure. Let's take the pig. Aw, I wanted to take the pig. That's just disappointing. Turn from darkness, follow light. The key you seek to be inside. Cool. Follow light, so let's go this way. This way. Yeah. Now we just basically climb Weathertop. Oh, I remember this one now. It's like the most troll thing you can do in a game. It's like, yeah, look at that, you've gone the right way. Now look where you gotta go. All the way straight back fucking down.
Time is it? It's 3 o'clock. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Time is it? It's 3 o'clock.
I need 4 rock, are you kidding me? Right, Killy, I need to just shoot some things. Well, that was pointless because I need more anyway. Do I have any of them? I have enough for the green ones, but there's no point doing the one if I don't have enough for all of them. So let's come back here. Please tell me this door remains open now. I really don't want to have to get the key again every time. Right, let's do that quest for the blacksmith in Bree, shall we? CD, how are you doing? Welcome in. Doing good, thanks. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm having a blast playing the Hobbit. That did not go too well. I see there's some casual for a change. Yeah, so it makes a nice change, right? Ouch. Yeah, that looks like it hurt, right? Let's just admire this for a second, shall we? Alright guys, come on out of there. Wrong website. Oh, see, my god. Yeah, this is the X-rated Hobbit game, the Lego game that's got too far. Break everything! Wonder why the Battle of the Five Armies sounded so familiar. Yeah. The sad thing is about the Lego games is the Battle of the Five Armies isn't in the game. It was the planned DLC that never got released. Really? Yeah, unfortunately the last thing you do in the Lego Hobbit is the end of the Desolation of Smaug, so when he goes to destroy Lake Town. Yeah, it was promised, so when the game first came out, the last Hobbit film hadn't come out yet, and so they said they'd release the Lego version as a DLC at the same time, and then it just never happened, it never came out. And then the last time anyone spoke to Warner Bros. About it, they said there was no plans to do it. Which sucks. Yep, exactly, CD. It does. Sad. So sad. I still think there's petitions going now for them to do it. But I don't even think it was ever actually worked on. That was the thing. I won't waste the money if the demand isn't there. It gives them more reason not to. That's the thing. But it's fair, like when this game first came out, the demand really was there. Like people were really upset when they couldn't play the last part. Basically means Warner Brothers sucks. Yep. I feel like I've just done something wrong. How is that not working? Hang on. Where is Bree? Bree. I feel like that quest has reset itself. It's supposed to spawn someone in that cave. Let's go find out.
No, where is he? No, where is he?
Okay. Please don't tell me I've got to do all that puzzle work again. Hopefully not. I mean, it's not too bad if I have to do it. It's not a very long puzzle, so... Wow, 8 months. GG City, wow. Where was the time gone?
Go to the treacherous-looking cave, she says. The loot down there far outweighs the danger, she says.
It really doesn't, but then again, I mean, how is it June, like right now. Like that kind of sums up the way it's gone the last like 12 months.
Hey, could you help a poor smithy out of this cave?
I always thought it was just age that made it feel so fast, but I know it generally has flown. Yeah, like, it just generally just feels like, yeah, where has the time gone? Who can dig? Who is it that can dig? Is it Philly? Oh, it is, yeah, cool. He's trying to remember how old I am because I generally don't have a clue anymore. That's what the last year's done to us.
Thanks.
Like, what?
Let's hurry back to Bree. The wife's waited and I've got the key to the smithy.
It's like, I know I put 95 in my name for something. Oh, don't hit the smithy, Bofa. What are you doing?
No.
Where is it? Oh no! Don't you dare go back! Get back here! Oh my god! I hate this. Oh, I forgot about this about the game. I just checked. I'm 23. I thought I was 24. Lol.
Treacherous-looking cave, she says. The loot down there far outweighs the danger.
Oh my god, please! What the fuck?
Hey! Could you help a poor smithy out of this cave?
It gets worse when you turn 30. Well, I'm 26, so... I've still got a few years left.
thanks. Let's hurry back to Bree. The wife's waiting.
Yes, can you actually come with us this time and not go back to that fucking cave? Which also just happens to reset every time you leave it, apparently.
Oh, bless me. You found him. Oh, my.
You would think it would program his run to just go back. You would think so, but no.
I bet he's been spouting some delirious nonsense about it being my idea to go to that cave. Oh, no. Hurry and open the shop, dear. Thanks for your help. Be sure to visit whenever you want to forge items.
Right, I need a point after that. Off to the prancing pony.
My grandfather was the miner who found that Arkenstone in the depths of Erebor. It's true. I'd like to be able to pass his miner's hat on as an heirloom. To be honest, any miner's hat would do. Who's to know?
Alright, so we've got to find the mining hat in the first level. That will come when we do free play, because we'll have to play through each level at the end with free play, so we can find some of the things that you can't do in story.
That son of mine's always tinkering about with blacksmiths. I wish he'd forge me a son that wasn't so lazy.
Good day.
To do with the lower games, yes, you can't do half the things till you complete the game. Yep. To be fair, it's one of the reasons why I really enjoy them. It's because there's so many like little things that you can just do. And, hey, what the fuck? Interesting physics there.
Play hide and seek with us, up tree, on roof, in bush, all over town we must be found. Play hide and seek with us.
Okay, yeah, sure, we'll play hide and seek.
That man, always eating those carrots. Like he hasn't got a care in his life.
You played that one before? Yes, I have played the first Iron Light, yeah.
All right, you found me.
So then to play it again. I would say do it, yeah, because it's a really fun game.
Play hide and seek with
Okay, we got one. Oh, you're not someone. You're not playing hide and seek. There is one around here somewhere. Fairly sure. One hides in a bush. leveling up your stamina is not fun. No, I do remember that being a pain.
That man, always eating those carrots. Like he hasn't got a care in the world.
The new game plus? Ah, that's not much actually, yeah.
That son of mine's always tinkering about in the blacksmiths. I wish he'd forge me a son that wasn't so lazy.
Oh wait, is it around there where the guy in the tree? Because there is one in a tree, I think. Yeah, there he is. He's in the tree. Look. And Bright, I need Hilly to shoot it down. There you go.
Found me, eh? Nothing gets past you. Pony walks into the...
Did I have Nightmare before? Oh god. I didn't even attempt Nightmare, if I remember right.
You found each hiding place, nothing escapes your gaze. This game is done, and since you've won, this brick is yours to take.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There is some story to do, guys, I swear, but it's so easy to get distracted in Lego games, it's untrue. It's honestly easy at the time we found a way to get unlimited medkits. Nice. Exploits are the best. Physics, guys, I am hitting the barrel through the wall. Alright, should we actually go and do some story? They had so many too. I think I might do a run through on Twitch. Yes, Sid, you should definitely do it. I need Bofer. I needed to break things. I need jewels. Give me the jewels. Can I do this yet? Oh, I can. Nice. Tip. No, it's not Owen. Is it Barlin? Nope. Ah, there you go. Is the next part of the story the trolls? I believe so, yes. Or is it the road to the other place? No, I think the troll is first. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is, yeah, because when you reach Rivendell, Gandalf tells Elrond about the trolls coming down from the mountains, so yeah. Trolls are the first thing you do in the game, I think. I should probably do this first. The Trolls was between Shire and Bree. It's to the. I think once you've done the mission, it's to the side, like across the bridge, is the Troll Shores. So I think where the game's taking me is near that bridge by where we just found that blacksmith, and we need to fix it to progress. And I think across the bridge is where the trolls are. Right, yeah. I mean, also it's put Weathertop next to Bree, so you know. Oh yeah, I know this now because you got to take it all the way around. Best part is I'm doing this. I don't even know if I can reach the brick yet. I think I might need an elf. Well, top's not really that from Breeze, to be fair. It's quite a while though, isn't it? Like, I mean, that's where Aragorn leads them from when the ring raids attack. So it's quite a way away, isn't it? It's like at least a couple of days. Is it like a day's walk? Oh yeah, to say I know. It's a story it's right after Bree, yeah, because they literally go on a walk and then you get the whole like what about second breakfast? Oh, that failed miserably. Yeah, I'll buy him over here. Thraw. I think it's basically compact to the map. Oh yeah, it's definitely like making the map a bit more compact, definitely. To very kind of has to. So, to be fair, it's like when I was playing Lord of the Rings. Sadie, was you following me when I did the Lord of the Rings playthrough about just under a year ago? I don't know if you ever watched that. I don't know if you remember. A part of me thinks you were. I think I remember. A part of me thinks you were in some of the streams. Probably, yeah. It was like when I was introduced from Finn. Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds about the time that you would have started watching. Yeah, like that. Obviously, it's a very similar map. Obviously the map goes the other direction in this one because it's towards Erebor. But yeah, like they put like Isengard and Minas Tirith like half a walk away, and then you got like Minas Tirith across from Edoras. So it is, like you say, massively condensed. I mean, it makes the walk into Mordor look a breeze. Tend to watch people for a little bit before I follow. No, I'd do the same, honestly, because, I mean, the reason, before you follow people, you want to make sure you actually like what they're doing, really. Like, there's no point following them if you're not going to watch them, like, if you don't enjoy what they're streaming. Exactly, like I watched Finn for 2 months before I followed him because I didn't use my Twitch account that much and would watch with Jamie. Oh, okay, fair. And now I think you're the most active person in Finn's chat. I think when I was looking at that leaderboard the other day about the emotes when I was doing the Cap Jam stuff, I think I saw your top chatter, and it's like massively elite. Like I think you've like got over 10,000 messages, which is like 5,000 or 6,000 more than the person in second, which I thought was insane. But also very cool, very awesome. Honestly, it would surprise me. I think that was a big thing that got me mod to. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I generally had no idea you were a mod until I saw it like the other day. Like, my mind just didn't click. And to be fair, like, Finn's what I think. I was watching Finn for a while. So he's been like just over a year now. The one thing he's always sort of had is he doesn't have a big mod team. He only has a couple. He only has a few mods. So fair play. That was kind of something that happened, which I think pushed the decision, but it's not for me to say. Oh, okay. Guessing by the sound that it wasn't something good. I know there was a big thing a few weeks ago, but obviously that's glossed over now. Yeah, I thought it was that, to be honest. I kind of imagined it was what happened a few weeks ago. I say, because I reached out to Finn after that to show my support, because that was just bullshit.
If you were planning on crossing into Troll Shores, I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I came out to fix the bridge, but I threw my back out as soon as I lifted the first piece. It's rather embarrassing, to be honest. If you're in a desperate hurry, you could always attempt to build it yourself.
Yeah, I got the post took down. Oh, okay, nice. I hate when the game does that. It's like, no, it's not that one. It's the one that looks fucking identical. That one?
You made that look like child's play. Now I feel even more embarrassed. But that's not important.
No, Finn's a great dude, so I love support him and members of the community. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Fully, 100%, 1,000% agree with that.
Here, I was paid in advance, but since you did all the work, I think it's only fair you take this.
The company took shelter for the night in the deserted ruins of a farm. Why this farm was deserted, seemingly in great haste, proved a mystery. However, it was certainly no small thing that destroyed the farmhouse.
We'll camp here for the night.
I think it would be wiser.
Troll pot, yes, time for some trolls.
We could make for the hidden valley.
I will not go near that place.
We have a map. If we cannot read, Lord Elrond could help us.
I do not need their advice.
Everything all right? Gandalf, where are you going?
I've had enough of dwarves for one day.
Is he coming back? What's the matter?
Trolls.
He's got murder and minty. I think they're going to eat them. We have to do something.
As our official burglar, we thought you might like to look into it.
I'm not afraid. I'm up for it.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
It's perfectly safe. We'll be right behind you.
Mutton yesterday, mutton today, and blind, if it don't look like mutton again tomorrow. You're griping. These ain't sheep. These is fresh nags.
I need the ring. Ah, free play. I need the ring. I also need magic to break that. Are these the voice lines from the movie? Yes, they took the voice lines right from the films for this one. Yeah. I think for some of them they may have tweaked the audio, but yeah, it's still the same line.
Who's that?
Great choice, although I don't like Martin Freeman that much. He was an interesting choice for Bilbo, I will say that much. It wouldn't have been my first choice. I mean, I wouldn't know who was. I don't actually know what I would pick as my first choice, but or who I'd pick. Sorry, but yeah, he probably wouldn't have been it. Well, he did an okay job under the circumstances. Yeah, it's a hard role to pick. Yeah, I'd say it's not an easy one for anyone to do.
These nags? I don't like the stinky parts.
I would have chosen an older builder. Guys from Merlin. That's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah, that would have actually been pretty cool.
Lovely, that is. A floater. Oh, I improved the
What a throw! I know, right? I think if Bilbo's adventure days don't go too well, he's always got a chance of playing baseball. Dude, perfect, got nothing on that.
What? Oh, me gats are grumbling. I've got to snap on something. Shut your cake up. You'll eat what I'll give ya.
Weren't 3 dwarves captured at this point? I'm trying to think how this plays out. Are they already captured? I don't remember. No. I think what happens is you play through this part, then you get caught, and then you play as the other guys. I think. I'm sure the Archer one was, and Bilbo tried to free the. Yeah, it was. Three-pointer! Yeah, I'm pretty sure Philly, Killy, and Gloin. Oh, yeah, Gloin are the ones that are captured at this point, I think, in the film. That's just nasty.
Arms and legs and everything.
What is it?
I'm a burglar. Hobbit.
Burglar Hobbit?
A burglar Hobbit?
Cook him.
We can.
Have you seen me wee boy Gimli? Yeah.
You what?
Yeah.
I said, drop him.
That's me wee lad, Gimli. Oh yeah, insert the cave troll from Fellowship of the Ring in there, by the way. Okay, Phil stole the idea from the 3 girls being RE8. Melting by sunlight changed my mind. Why are the catapults? Did they just poof? Yep, they did. I didn't know that house was in Lord of the Rings.
Lay down your arms, or we'll whip his off. Bilbo! No!
Oh yeah, I forgot how long this level is. This level is actually quite long. Or was it just me? But I thought Return of the King would have ended so much better with a Sauron versus Aragorn duel. That was actually the original plan. They actually filmed that.
Let's get a move on. I don't fancy being turned to stone.
Wait! You are making a terrible mistake. I meant with the seasoning.
What do you know about cooking, dwarf?
Shut up.
So there was actually a full-on Aragorn versus Sauron fight filmed.
The secret to cooking dwarf is yes. The secret is.
They shouldn't follow through because it just felt like there was no near threat. That was the thing. If you look at the fight back, it looks weird. It doesn't look right.
What a load of rubbish. I've eaten plenty with their skins on. Scotland might say boots and all.
Apart from a troll sort of Aragorn. Yeah, I think the reason for that is just because of how rushed it was.
Tubes. In fact, they all have. They're infested with parasites. I've got parasites as big as my heart. The biggest parasites of the Yes, I'm riddled.
What would you have us do then? Let them all go.
Because the original plan was to have Sauron kind of appear in like this massive bolt of bright light. And then they kind of thought that Sauron wasn't really needed at that point. They just kind of they liked the idea that Sauron was still a threat from above. Like he was a threat with the eye watching over. No, it's okay. There's an interview with Peter Jackson about it. Like he actually explains why they changed it. I'm trying to think back to it now. Remember why he did say it. Death rate, it was just an eye that was just tripping. Well, obviously at that point the armies were built strong enough where he could probably actually launch an assault. But obviously the risk was the ring was in Mordor at that point, obviously. You shall not pass. But there's a whole thing about why they chose not to go with Sauron in the end, because they just felt like the whole movies were built up around him being this ominous threat, and they thought that bringing him back just to kind of die straight away was kind of pointless. If they were going to bring him back, it would have been like a Thanos, like he did get a victory and then he lost later on. Which, to be fair, it kind of worked, because the whole principle was Sauron needed the ring to take physical form. Whoever had the original idea of the hobbits returning home to be slaves was a really bad idea. I'm so glad they changed that. Which part? Oh wait, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that was a bit of
Since
a
when do
interesting
mountain
idea.
trolls venture this far south?
Not for an age. Not since a darker power ruled these lands. They could not have moved in daylight.
There must be a cave nearby.
Wow, how have we been going for 2.5 hours? So you know, number 1, when you see a slave, when you see Sam as a slave, that's going to be the end of number 3, but they changed it. Well, makes sense, because the whole idea of that would have been that the orcs won, so that Sauron won. When the Shire was going down. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? Let's be honest. Because that was the whole principle, that the orcs had attacked the Shire, took it over, and took all the hobbits as slaves, or killed them. Oh, I hate these puzzles. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm sure the most it did happen that Aragorn comes help them as King of Gondor, but I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work, because Sauron defeated the... Why would the orcs attack the Shire? It doesn't make any sense. There's no advantage to attacking the Shire whatsoever. It's not even good strategically. Like, it's not even in a good position, because it's on the edge of the map. It's like, it doesn't help them. And the idea would have been that any orcs would have fled to the east, not to the west. Because the west was where, like, Gondor, Rohan, Isengard, you know. I think it's just orcs looking for a home. Again, I reiterate, if I'm an orc and I've just lost that war, I am not going west. I am going east. As far east or as far north. Exactly, yeah. It's like, why can't I speak to...
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you got them? I bought a nice little retirement cave for my old uncle, but he's got it in his head that orcs use the place as some sort of hideout. So I'm thinking, since they don't like light very much, that if we lit up every corner of the cave, it should put his mind at ease. Now then... You got a match?
Gandalf light these? Because you can normally... Can he light fires? Nope. Do I have anything? I got nothing in there. Can any of the dwarves light fires? No. Gandalf, what did Gandalf? Wow, Gandalf, what do you contribute to the team? Yeah, he doesn't do much. And I also think I literally think I need Sam right now. I think I need to be in free play at the end and do this with Sam. I think Sam is the only character in the game who can actually light fires without the treasure tinderbox, which you need to craft, which I don't have. Which is actually pretty stupid. Like, in the game that's designed around the Hobbit films, the only character who can light a fire is from the Lord of the Rings series. Also, who's excited for the Lord of the Rings TV show? Because I am very excited for it. Whenever it eventually comes out. Honestly, it's totally one-head play. Absolutely, yeah, it's ridiculous. Keep up with this ghost by chest case. It's giving me disappointment. I am concerned about it myself. But I think the amount of money they're putting into it, I'm hopeful that it will turn out fantastic. $150 million-ish budget is too much and it's not self-sustainable. That is a concern that I had as well with it, is that they're very ambitious with it, but hopefully that ambition will pay off. I mean, it could very well make them a ton of money. But like you say, will that get them the £450 million budget back? It's doubtful. Yeah, you may watch with Prime, but Prime also pays Twitch and the production's delivery is going to be to cover everything. Yeah, I suppose they thought of that though. So we're excited for the Last of Us show. Wait, they're making a show of the Last of Us. You know, I had no idea. I genuinely had no idea they were doing that. Pedro Pascal, that name rings a bell. Just remind me what he was in. Already cast? Nice. Mandalorian! Yes, of course. I remember seeing him in the trailers. Sorry, played a better role in Narcos. Oh, how does that not count? I was half tempted to use this playthrough as a way of trying to practice using 2 controllers, but I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. It's too much like hard work. And this is chill. I need gold and wood. The fuck is that? Oh, fuck off with that bullshit. Vector 2 controllers, yeah, I don't know how people do that. Like, even with practice, like, it just seems like ridiculously hard to me. Wow, we literally just built a key. Okay, I'm no expert, but fairly sure that's not how keys work.
The wisdom of Gandalf is seldom incorrect, and surely enough, the company stumbled across the Troll's hoard in this hidden trove of goods stolen from unwary adventurers and raided caravans. Who knew what wonders may be found?
Key goes boom. Yep, that's how keys work.
It's a troll hoard. Be careful what you touch.
Seems a shame just to leave it lying around. Anyone could take it.
Nice, minikit. Right, let's have a look around here, shall we? We have carrots. We found more carrots. Okay, someone tells me I need to do something with that. So I may have got a friend to play through Dying Light with me on stream. Very nice. Remind me to add you to the list of streamers on my Discord, CDC. Get an automatic post when you go live. So I think I need to add a couple of people onto there, to be honest. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone who's a streamer on there gets to be added. Honestly, mate, it's fine. And I say it's some idea for everybody. So anyone who streams or does a stream deserves to have the support. Ah, Bilbo. Don't know why I need Bilbo to open a chest, but you know. Ah, it's because he gets sting. That's why.
Made by any smith among men. These are forged in Condor by the High Elves, the first age.
Wait, where's Philly? Bomber. Oh yeah, I need to feed him. Alright, Dory, what the hell are you doing over here? Feeding mechanics in Lego? Absolutely, because it's a dwarf. They love their food. No. There we go. Oh yeah, welcome to this mechanic. Also, swinging mechanics in The Hobbit. I'm also very glad that did that, otherwise that would have been annoying. Do I need Bilbo again? Nope, I need Thorin. Ah, there he is. That's why I can't do anything. Can we do something? Thank you. I must have streamed Dying Light just before I became affiliate. Nice, Vicky. Actually, Vicky, are you on my Discord? I don't know if I've added you on the list. Oh yeah, I need a proper like thing for that. Gandalf, do your thing. Oh, there Vicky is now. Oh, okay, you don't Discord. Cool. That's fine.
Let's get out of this foul place.
I think I can still add you onto the list though, so I think I probably can still do that. Because it just means you So it should still let me put an automatic post on there for you, if you would like me to, of course. Hey, Radagast.
Thieves! Fire! Murder!
Radagast. What on earth are you doing here?
I was looking for you, Gandalf. Something's wrong.
Was that a wolf? Are there wolves out there? Wolves? No, that is not a wolf.
Work, Scout! This means an orc pack is not far behind. You're being hunted.
Radagast, get over here. If you can, but thanks if you can. I did try it twice. I'll give it a try. You never know. Can't help but try. Quickly put a save. Do we have Killy at the minute? No, I don't understand why though. So you mentioned back about the mic stuff. Yeah, that was actually my microphone settings. That was fun. Okay, he's broken. Yeah, for some reason Windows had set my microphone back to maximum volume level. So everything was coming through massively elevated. You know, because it likes to do that. It likes to just randomly change your settings back. Yeah, I was laughing when I saw it. Yeah, I watched the Duo Vector back actually, and it was hilarious. It was kind of scary how loud I was at the start. It was like a demon had started playing Harry Potter. I need those. Play The Last of Us 2 again. Want to attempt permadeath again, but want to play on easy difficulty this time as I failed badly last time. Fair enough. I still need to play The Last of Us 2. I might get it to play over the weekend maybe. Although actually that reminds me, I was gonna stream on Saturday, but that's basically gone out of the window because I got family coming down for the first time in, well, since before COVID, so stream Last of Us 2, you know? I could do. I could do. I got so far and gave up, but most of my finds have been from falls. Oh, right, okay, your finds have been from falls, yeah. It is quite cool though having permadeath. I mean, that's actually quite an interesting one. Because you get a live reaction of your thoughts. I have to have a look at, see what I can do. I did rage a lot last time, I can imagine, yeah. I mean, it's obviously I haven't been able to avoid spoilers for it, so obviously I know the major point in the story, obviously about Joel. I mean, that's hard to avoid, unfortunately, but the rest of it I have no idea, so. I mean, there's actually quite a few games I need to get back into properly because I haven't played them for a while. Like, I need to go back to Days Gone. I need to do a bit more, What else have I got to do, actually? If I could look at the cases of games I got, I'd be able to tell you some of the games that I haven't played through. Until Dawn is one of them. That's one.
But worse are the webs.
Webs?
I got spoiled before I even got the game. Why I don't look at comments on Twitter anymore. I saw reviews and I was like, nope, fair.
Is abandoned.
No, Gandalf. It is not. A dark power dwells in there. It is the shadow of an ancient horror. One that can summon the spirits.
Until Dawn is good.
The dead.
I watched Sal play Man of Medan a while back, and it did look quite interesting.
Necromancer has come.
We have to get out of here.
I'll throw them off.
These are Gundabad wargs. They will outrun you.
These are Roscabel rabbits. I'd like to see them try.
We need a little Hope series. Like I say, I do want to get more into the casual stuff again because I've kind of, I wouldn't say been distracted, but obviously a lot of my time has been spent speedrunning to prepare for the Octafecta and things like that. So it's nice to just chill with a bit of Lego. The rest of the game stream, you need to pay attention to answer fast and quick time events. Quite, it'd be perfect with him and Finn. Oh god, it would not go. It would not go too well for us. We would literally be distracted so easily. And they're trying to say to everyone that wouldn't happen. That just wouldn't happen. Was there a thing I missed? Let's try that. Yeah, okay, I need one more. Nice. It'd be worse than Portal 2. Oh, that was so much fun, Portal 2. We had Portal 2, A Way Out. Obviously we're doing the Lego speedrun at the minute. Well, every now and again, which is quite cool. So we have another Lego stream coming up soon. Did you see you're holding? Yep, we're still holding world record, so we're doing well. Oh, I need an elf. It does make a difference. Yeah, so we still have the 5 world records, which is quite cool. Honestly, I was quite surprised. I've seen people playing it casually, but no one's speedrunning it. I think the problem with the Lego games in terms of speedrunning is it's one of those things you have to grind. Like, you can't really like just pick it up and like just start speedrunning it. I mean, the only reason like me and Finn did it initially was because we both loved the Lego games for a start, but also because the world records were free. But I think we enjoyed it that much that we decided to try and keep doing them.
This way, you fools! Come on, move! Quickly, all of you!
That's right, to be fair. That's the thing. I think as long as you're enjoying it, that's the main part. That's what the audience can tell. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we know that people enjoyed watching us do it, and we know that we enjoy doing it, so that's why we want to kind of keep it going. It's because we think people would enjoy it, and if we can start getting some of the tricks, it'd be even better. Because they are quite difficult to pull off. Time yet? Only 10 o'clock. Wow. Where has the time gone? How has it been 3 hours? Like, where? Like, this game is so much fun that I've just totally lost track of 3 hours.
Ragged and weary from their travels, the company emerged from the hidden pass to find themselves near Rivendell, the last homely house east of the sea. There, they sought counsel.
It was like an hour. I know, right?
One of the few elves.
Wow, a day and a half of watching me. Your watch time slacking. That's decent, man. Considering you've only been watching you've been following for what, 8 months, was it? And in that time, I did take quite a bit of breaks because of various things. So you haven't done badly at all, man. I'm on like 11 days with Finn's, but yeah, I think. But yeah, I'd say Finn's been more consistent than I have because of. I mean, for me, until the last like a month and a half, my work shift pattern was like all over the place. So I couldn't stream anywhere near as much as I'd want to, and I wasn't consistently streaming on certain days. And that 24 hours ring. I would say you were there for the whole 24 hours, weren't you, with Finn? So that's fair. But obviously now that I've got more of a consistent work pattern, it's going to be easier for me. It's just that I took a few days break after the Octo as well.
To come so close to our borders, something or someone has drawn them near.
Ah, that may have been us.
Welcome, Thorin, son of Thrain.
I do not believe we have met.
And what were you doing on the Great East Road?
Yeah, I was pissed off for most of it. Need a break. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I needed the break after that. But also then I went and burnt my finger, which is always good. Obviously, this was supposed to be last night's stream, and that ended up with me burning my finger. So.
Our business is no concern of elves.
For goodness sake, Sorin, show him the map.
How did you manage that? I was cooking some food and I went to grab the baking tray out of the oven, and the towel I was using slipped. So when I went to grab it, it wasn't where I thought it was. So I just basically squeezed the baking tray, which was obviously red hot. Yeah, it's quite a thick. Well, it's actually not a tea towel per se. It's supposed to be used for in a bathroom to dry your hands, but it's like a hand towel. But we use it as like makeshift oven mitts because we haven't. Obviously, apparently, we haven't been bothered to go and get oven mitts. Or oven gloves. So yeah, that ended badly. I mean, it's only the one finger. Gladly enough, and it's in a place where it's not too bad. Gotta use the gloves bad. I thought the same, but it's so much better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some new ones. Cause I mean, we do have a pair, but they're kind of old and disintegrated, so it's like they're basically useless. Right.
Could you help me?
What do you need?
Orcs continue to
Get thick ones out. Absolutely.
Always attacking under the cover of night and lurking in dark caves. Darkness is their ally, it seems. So, it follows that a glowing Mirkwood vial would be a great aid in fighting them. May I ask you to obtain one for me?
What level is that in? It's in flies and spiders. Have we even done that level yet? It's the troll horde. No, trolls and spiders isn't for aid. That map size. Oh yeah, the map is huge. It's actually really good. You got like Dol Guldur, you've got your the Shire, Bree. You got Lake Town. I imagine you mean Lord of the Rings? Yes, yeah, cool. Yeah, Lord of the Rings was much more than that. And that's that. Don't worry, mate, I know you meant. I know what you meant.
Could you help me?
How did that not count? Okay, can't do that because I need an elf. I get to this most time of night and I become incoherent to most things. Yeah, I get the feeling, mate. I say I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through a bit more for about another 15-20 minutes or so, and then I'm going to call it for today.
Might I ask for your assistance?
Typical 23-year-old out drinking, and there's me. I can't come up to 10.
esteemed dwarven dinner guests from earlier.
That's how I feel now, mate. Like, when I was at uni, I used to be able to go until like fucking like 5 in the morning, like just go out drinking. But now I'm like, just give them my bed.
I could make some. Supposedly they grow somewhere in the high fells.
Search the looking for proof level to find a potato for the elf. Yeah, so there's levels in here that we that have been mentioned that we haven't even got to yet. Because the looking for proof is when you go to the High Fells as Gandalf and Radagast. Started going out drinking before legal age, so it took its toll earlier. Ah, right, fair. I could never get away with that because I look like I still look underage now. Like, the amount of times I've heard the phrase babyface, like, it's unreal. I was drinking at like 16. Fair. To be honest, same, but only at home. Like, with family and things like that, like, especially at, like, at Christmas, whatever. But, yeah, I never, like, went out and managed to get in anywhere. Because if I'd have gone out at 16, I wouldn't have got in anywhere. Everywhere would have been like, yeah, no, mate, you're not 18. I'm 6'3", so like, right, you're quite tall. Cool. Yeah, I don't have that advantage. When I was 16, I was like 5'7", 5'8". And I haven't grown much since. I think I'm about 5'9" now, maybe. And even that's just basically a guess, because I've never really cared about my height, so I'm small. Yeah, I'm small, man. That's Mithril. We need Gollum for that. Alright, time to move up.
By the grey
Bless me.
stone when the thrush knocks, and the setting sun with the last light of Durin's day will shine upon the keyhole.
We have to be standing in exactly the right spot at exactly the right time. Then, and only then, can the door be opened.
There are some who would not deem it wise.
Tell me, Gandalf, did you think these plans and schemes of yours would go unnoticed?
The dragon has long been on your mind.
There is something at work beyond the evil of Smaug.
A Morgul blade.
They speak of a necromancer living in Dol Guldur, a sorcerer who can summon the dead.
Gandalf, Sauron is vanquished. No such power exists in this world.
Can't change the height, so it's all good no matter what size you want. Yeah.
However, troubles me.
I'm fine the way I am.
My Lord Elrond. The dwarves.
I mean, I've never had that much success with relationships, but I'm alright. What do you need?
I've been trying
I don't
to
have eyes, so I
train
can say height
birds
isn't the
to
key
fly
there.
for a while, but to no avail. I suppose I'll have to bite the arrow and ask that you forge me a mithril falcon. But I don't know how. I'll find a way. I just know. 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 I'll find a way. I just know
I hate being short. How tall are you, Vicky, if you don't mind me asking?
Enchantment. It brings riches back from everything it touches. In exchange, you may have this gem that makes you invincible. Sounds like a fair trade, does it not?
5-1 or 5-2. Ah, okay. Nothing wrong with that at all, Vicky. Obviously, being tall has its own disadvantages, and cars are a nightmare. I imagine cars are a nightmare. Some doorways are a nightmare. Is it a Gandalf in Bag End situation, CD?
Undeterred by the advice of the elves and the White Council, the dwarves continued their journey to the Lonely Mountain. Their travels took them over the high pass, where the weather took a turn for the worse.
Oh, I hit that up a light every time I walk out of my room. I love that emote. Excuse me. I'll say it's one thing I've always been glad of is that I'm not like massively tall. Like, obviously I've had a few mates that are tall, and it just, like I say, it just looks like a little bit of an inconvenience sometimes. It's a personal favourite, doesn't get enough love. Ah, fair. Oh, damn it, I need the bloody thing. I would say when it comes to weight, being tall is a great advantage. Well, that's my issue, is that right now I am a bit overweight. But I struggle to do exercise because I have really, really weak knees. So... I need surgery on my left knee. I think I will eventually, but I'm okay at the moment. But yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? Whoops. It's all right. He's locking most of the time. Yeah, I get that as well. I get my knees locking up on me. It is not fun. Doesn't help. I have issues with. We are a right bunch here, aren't we? We all struggle with joint pain, but it's more common than people think, and it's not fun, as we're sure we can all testify. Not fun. It's only painful when you get shooting pains during the night. Yeah. I've had it a bit in the past where like I'll wake up in the night and then I can't straighten my leg. Like my leg's locked, it's like bent, and it is not fun. Times 3 sometimes. Yeah, it's like the most painful thing ever because you just don't know how to get rid of it. You have to kind of just wait for your leg to just fix itself. But tingling in my feet is my COVID jab, and some nights are hard to sleep. Oh, yikes. Yeah, I suppose the COVID vaccine hasn't helped in some ways. It's helped in a lot of ways, but has caused a few side effects in that sort of way. And I can definitely see how that would be a thing. Can I get? Ah, I was hoping that would work. Fully work? Rather tingling in my feet than long COVID would potentially work. Exactly, yeah. It's a decent trade-off. Risk and outcomes is the main thing you should always consider. Exactly, yes. That would have been interesting if I could just get him down there with them lot. Oh no, what have I got to build? Oh, it's that one, dude. That's what comes next. Pass the time for the blood clot risk, that's all I'm happy about. I mean, it's a very small risk anyway. There is always that as well. Female, there's more chance for that to happen with the implant of the pill than the COVID jab. Yes, exactly. Might as well finish off this level, because this level isn't that bad actually. Now I remember. Some people just had the numbers before. Yeah, it's like all this thing about this new variant. It's like, no, we should delay the lockdown ending because there's more cases now. Yes, but there's 0 deaths. But we had no one die the other day. That's the figure you should look for at this point. Is are there people going to hospital? Are there people who are dying from it? And the answer to that is no. That nowhere near as bad as it was a year ago. Just went back to 12 today. Okay. 12 again. Like, obviously I feel for the 12 people that obviously then a lot that died, but it's still a lot less than it was a year ago, and it's to a point now where it's like it's not going to stop. Unfortunately, it's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. Exactly, Vicky. It's hospital admissions and the deaths you need to worry about, not new cases. And the numbers still were into 120 people in hospital a day. Compare that to 6 months ago. Like, what are we talking? A few thousand? Yeah, that's the thing as well. It's what is a COVID death? I mean, is it directly caused by COVID, or are that because they also class things where COVID has caused like another illness to like flail up. Well, I think though I imagine said about Spanish flu and it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's at the end of the day, the thing people just need to accept is that we're living with COVID for the rest of our lives. It's not going anywhere. It's like the flu. It's just that we just have to learn to live with it, and that's where the vaccines go in. That's where probably the inevitable boosters are going to come in. You know, it's just going to be one of those things. But we'll get back to normal. I mean, we're due to go back to like a sense of normality on the 21st, which will be absolutely awesome. I can't disagree. I don't think it's just good to hear it should stay. And it should go to live with a bad disease. If we held off a few months, we could have been still about from the UK if we disallowed flights. I see your point, and I'm not necessarily saying that I feel differently. I would just say is that, well, where do you draw? When do you allow flights again? Then, if you see what I mean, because like, I agree that if we'd closed the borders, which is absolutely something we should have done, then yes, it probably would be that we'd be out of lockdown much earlier than we actually are going to be. But at the end of the day, it was always going to be a case of we were going to allow new variants into the country eventually, anyway, because of when we re-allow flights, it's inevitable. But again, I fully agree, and we should, from the get-go, we should have focused on ourselves and closed the borders. Yeah. If Chara contained in the vote, there is that. When my fascination starts to take place across the world, so less variance, so less prevalent when we have unvaccinated because of the variance is more of a risk. Yeah, I agree, but there's also that the principle of that there will still be people that are not vaccinated because some people are just not going to do it. But there was also that in that beginning of the pandemic, like fear of, well, not fear, feeling of, yeah, it's only a small thing. It'll only last a couple of months. You know, no one saw it being as big of a threat as it actually has been. It's like it's.
Cave in which they could take shelter from the storm.
Oh no, and I say that no, I absolutely agree. I'm not disputing that at all. What you're saying, City, at all? No way. I think what's the biggest positive right now is that we are in a sense of, you know, we're almost out of it. We just got, how long is it now? 18 days? Well, 17 days technically now, because obviously we're very close to. Is that a decent payoff? I think it is, because we get a lot of that stuff. But yeah, I think we're obviously, like you say, we're very close to being out of it, and I don't think we won't go into another lockdown because of how successful our vaccine program is. I think it's going to be hard for going abroad. I mean, obviously we've seen what's happened today with Portugal, so. As I've heard saying, we should be allowed to become vaccinated. I'm not going to. Otherwise, it'd be the case in third world countries like the human rights are closed to be found. Oh no, absolutely. No, I 100% agree with that. Yeah, could do with an elf. But yeah, like absolutely not. Like, if we're gonna reopen everything, then the people that should be allowed to take advantage of those that are vaccinated. The only negative to that is like someone like myself, and is because I haven't had the vaccine yet because I haven't been offered it. Like it would feel pretty shitty if by the 21st of June, obviously we're allowed to go out, like, but people that are told that if you're not vaccinated you can't do it. Well, it's not like I've chosen not to have it. It's that I just haven't been offered it yet. You know, I would feel pretty annoyed at that. But also, I mean, I suppose, obviously when you look at the stats, if there's one unvaccinated person there with 20 vaccinated people, the odds of the 20 vaccinated people being a high risk is pretty much minimal. I don't know. It's one of those things that you just kind of look at and just think, yeah.
Not all stone giants are actually giants. Some are just normal size. But then they wouldn't be stone giants at all, would they? Just, well,
I suppose it's one of those things. I think you could debate until the cows come home. Like you could literally debate that for hours and hours and hours about what we should have done. Now we know what we do, but it's looking back at a point when none of us would know what to do. Really. But like I say, I mean, I personally don't think that there's a wrong opinion, like, necessarily. I think, well, I say that. I think, if you know what I mean, we need to learn for the next pandemic. Oh, absolutely. I think in terms of how to deal with things like this, I think a lot of people have learned a lot. And obviously that's not just people like me or you. Obviously, I'm talking like the World Health Organization. You've got the CDC in America. You've got, just governments in general, that they will know more. And I think if something like this does happen again, then we will end up in lockdowns earlier, because their opinion's going to be to close things early, get things, safe as soon as possible. But I just think it's one of those things where if me or you had been in power, or Labour had been in power when this started, I don't see how anyone could have done anything any differently, because none of us would have known how to react. Also, what was that? What was that slide? Complacency will be our biggest failure if it happens. Yeah, that will be the thing, is if we decide that this one isn't as bad as COVID. But, I mean, the odds of us being involved in another pandemic in our lifetime are going to be very slim, I would say. Because, I mean, the odds of you being involved in one in just, like, in general is very slim.
Drenched and exhausted, the company stumbled across the entrance to a large, empty...
Not impossible, of course, but...
seemed luck had granted them an ideal place.
That's swine flu, Ebola. Those weren't treated as pandemics, though.
All was not as it seemed.
I think those were epidemics.
Looks safe enough. Search to the back. Caves in the mountain are seldom unoccupied.
I mean, I don't know what the I don't fully know what the difference is, but those weren't treated as such high threats. Like, there was no lockdowns for swine flu or Ebola.
What's that?
Where's the spot first read? Yeah, I said that they weren't as contagious though. As well, there is that. Because I mean, Ebola was basically, it was just Africa, wasn't it, where it was coming from? So that was quite easy to control. When it's worldwide, I mean, don't forget, by the time COVID reached the UK, it had already been in China, America, and across most of Europe.
Warning you, don't come any closer.
That's the thing. To be brutally honest, I don't remember Ebola that well. Like, it wasn't something I paid attention to when I was in school. But also, from what I remember, it just wasn't as contagious as COVID is now. But like I say, a lot of it is speculation on my part. Like, I don't remember a lot of it, so I am very much spitballing. Yeah, exactly. We were younglings when it happened, so like I don't know. But my view of it would be is that it wouldn't have been as contagious or life-threatening purely because of the fact that if you look at the lockdowns we've had for COVID, like, there was nothing like that back then. Can I also exit this level now? Because I kind of want to check that I can actually just carry on now. Because I said like 15-20 minutes ago, like 45 minutes ago. I forgot about you died, so... Oh, okay, fair enough. Like I said, no idea. Right, okay, so we're good there. So yeah, we're in here. How far have we got? So we've done 12.4% of the game today. That's actually not bad for a first stream.